Hi everyone, my name is Karla Alcaraz and I'm the Talent Search Office Assistant and Social Media Content Creator. So this is my first video in my series called Experiencing College, where I talk to all of you about some of the things I experienced in college. And this series, I kind of wanted to make it because I know students have a lot of questions about college, and especially as the first generation college student, there's a lot of things I didn't know when I came to college. So I'm hoping through this video I'm able to answer some of y'all's questions. So let's get started. So a little bit about me. I recently graduated from SDSU in May 2021 with a bachelor's in biology and an emphasis in marine biology and a minor in Spanish. So I'm really excited to finally have a bachelor's degree. I can sign off on like paperwork, like what's your highest level of education? Bachelor's. So this video today is about dorming. One of the most common questions I hear from students is just questions about dorming, like is it worth it? Is it expensive? Just like some of my experiences in dorming, and that's what I'll be talking about today. So let's get started. So you're gonna get a lot of services and amenities when you go to college. So it's gonna be fully furnished. You're gonna have a bed, you're gonna have a desk, you're gonna have a fridge, a microwave, things like that, and utilities. So air conditioning, lighting, good to go. Another thing you'll get at SDSU specifically, we are required to have meal plans as freshmen, and I'll be talking a little bit more about meal plans a little bit later. You have live-in staff, and the live-in staff that you're mostly going to be interacting with are your resident advisors. These are your RAs, and these RAs are full-time SDSU students, and they tend to live on the floor of the dorm, like each floor of the dorm, and they're available to listen to your concerns. You can ask them for help. They can help you with resources, and they also come up with different events and activities for your floor to do during the semester. So it's really cool to get to know them and just like have them there as a resource. Another thing we had were the STAR centers, and these were the students taking academic responsibility centers. And you get individual and group study areas there. They have monthly academic success programs to help you out with school. You can go to them if you want to plan your courses out for the semester. They can help you out with like essays and help you peer review them. They can help you calculate GPA, help you with tutoring, and they have like a variety of campus resources at your disposal. So make sure to take advantage of them. And most importantly, you get free Wi-Fi at the dorms. And you get TV streaming. I remember we had HBO Max. So there's also printing kiosks, so you might not take a printer with you to college, so you can go down there, print something before class, print something whenever you need to. The prices are pretty cheap, and they're right there in the dorms, so it's great. For parking and transportation, so I believe for freshmen now, you can't bring a car with you, so then freshmen aren't allowed to bring their cars the first year, unless you have like a special reason or like a accommodation of some sort. You're not going to be able to bring your car, I'm sorry. And then laundry. You have washers and dryers in your dorms. Usually, I think they were like $1 for like washing and drying. Can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it's like close to $1. So you do have to pay for it, but it's convenient. You don't have to like go out to like a laundromat to go wash your clothes because you're not gonna have a car. So convenient. There was also an app when I was there where you could like check if there was like any available washers or dryers. So pretty cool. Safety and security is always important to them. So when you're walking into your dorm, you have to like present your SDSU ID, and you can also bring in guests. So if a guest wants to spend the night at your dorm, you have to like check them in. They have to leave their ID at the front desk, those kinds of things. And they still do. They have bike and surfboard storage. at the dorms, which I thought was pretty cool. I didn't know that. So next. So this is basically what my dorm looked like my freshman year. It looked exactly like this. And if you want to look at like the other dorms available at SDSU, they have 3D virtual tours on their website. So check those out, and like you can look at each and every dorm that is at SDSU. I had a double, so University Towers, which is what this dorm is. They were all like double. So I had a roommate, and it was just me and her. And next. Oh, so one of the cool things is that we had a restaurant downstairs. So I got to go downstairs. It was also like a market, so I also got to get snacks. I used to get food. I used to get French toast in the morning, and they had really good sushi. So, little perk about University Towers if you want to apply to that dorm. Also, the really cool thing that they're doing in dorms now is they have these learning communities, and these learning communities, they provide like a really cool experience for first year students, where you where you are with peers that share an academic or co-curricular interests, and you're also enrolled in like a similar set of classes, and these are supposed to help you with like just help you be a better student because you have people supporting you and you have people in the same classes as you. And they also have like a lot of like social activities for y'all to do, and like one-on-one mentorship, which is really great because you have access to those resources, you have access to people, and overall there's a bunch of learning communities that we have at SDSU. So I really advise y'all to like check them out and see if any of them apply to you, or if you'd be interested in any of them. So when you do apply to SDSU, or you plan to apply to SDSU, you already know that you can be a part of one of these learning communities. And these are just some examples of the learning communities that they have. This one's the Women and Genders Equity House, WAGE. So this is for women in STEM, if you want to be in STEM. They have the Pride House for anyone that identifies as LGBTQIA+. So it's a safe place for you to go to, for you to be a part of. There's a lot of like programming and leadership activities that you can do to help make a positive impact in like society and the world. And then there's Nuestra Casa. So for any of our students that identify as Latinx or Latino, Latina, this learning community gives you access to like a support team and to different networks, and you'll be able to learn more about SDSU, like Latino, Chicano kind of community that we have going on, because SDSU is a Hispanic serving institution. Then we have the Black Excellence Learning Community. So this provides a safe place to celebrate African culture, and it has a lot of access to several resources and organizations at SDSU, because we have a lot of African American, Black communities and organizations at SDSU. So you should definitely check that out. And they have a Adventures in Surfing and Sustainability Learning Community, which is really cool. I didn't know that they had that. This is like hands-on. You get to go surfing and learn about the history and like sustainability. So it's really cool if you're into sustainability. And you get to learn more about like different issues that might affect like the surfing community and even beaches as well. So there's those learning communities, and there's also thematic learning communities. So these are more so for students that have common interests, and they don't really come with like paired classes that you have to be a part of. So these are more focused on like a community theme. So we have Aztec engineering. So for engineering students, there's extended quiet hours. So these basically are extended quiet hours. So people have to be quiet at a certain time, and there's no loud noises. no like loud talking. It's a perfect place or a perfect community when you want to go study quietly, because sometimes the library gets really loud. So extended quiet hours are great. If you're on ROTC, there's also a community for that, and then also a substance free. So you pledge to live your life free of alcohol, tobacco, and like other substances, both on and on campus. So if you're interested in those communities, they're available to you as well. So pricing. Pricing is very fun to look at. So students sign a 9-month license agreement, and the amount you pay for your dorm depends on the type of room you want and the meal plan that you want. So I had a double, and I had the Flex 5 meal plan. So I would have been paying 18,000 for if I were a freshman now. And there's 3 kinds of meal plans. So the Flex 5 gives you an allowance per day, and you have to spend that allowance, and it gives you an allowance Monday through Friday. So be careful if you choose to get this meal plan, because I chose it because it was cheap. It was the cheapest one. I did not have that much money. And sometimes I would forget that I don't get food on the weekends, and I didn't have a job my freshman year, so not to say that I starved or anything, but I had to plan it out if I wanted to eat on the weekend and I didn't have money. Flex 7, pretty good. You get allowances Monday through Sunday. You get 26 Monday through Friday, and then 16 Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, it's a little bit more than Flex 5, $600 more. And then the Meal Plus. The Meal Plus is for people who want to eat like kings and queens and royalty. I had a lot of friends that had the Meal Plus, and it was really funny to watch because they don't have an allowance every day. They have like this like total that they get to spend throughout the whole semester, and you get like meals at different restaurants on campus, and then you get and at the end of the semester, if you didn't like finish all your money, like you had to finish it then, because if you don't, it's not gonna roll over anything. You're not gonna be able to use it the next semester or anything. Like it'll be gone. So you just see a bunch of students at the end of the semester going into like the markets and stuff and like buying a bunch of snacks, or like just trying to spend their money as quickly as possible. So be careful with the meal plan that you choose. Just be ready to face any of the consequences. With the Flex 5 and Flex 7, like, you get an allowance a day, but it doesn't roll over the next day. So you have to use it that day. If not, that's like lost money. So spend your money every day. If you get one of those meal plans, just spend it every day. Buy snacks, stock up. Make sure you do that, because if not, you will be losing that money for sure. So once you agree to the license agreement, you have to pay for your dorming in 8 installments. So the first initial payment that you'll probably see when you're applying to SDSU and their dorms is that you have to pay a deposit of $375. And then from then on, the first payment is like August. That's like $2,000 that you have to pay. And then you just keep paying like $2,000, $2,000, $2,000, $2,000 until the end of the semester or end of the school year. And that's basically it for this. I hope this answered your questions. Dorming is a little bit more complicated, so if y'all still have questions over it, I can go into more depth on specific questions. Just be sure to like DM me on Instagram, or you can comment below on the video, and I will try and answer your questions if need be. So thank you for watching, everyone. Bye.